Welcome back, soccer fans. I'm John Bisworm, joined by my partner and Minneapolis City co-founder, the Dan Hudeman. And we are here at Edor Nelson Field for a Minnesota Super Cup semifinal as your Minneapolis City Crows host UPSL Premier side 1826 Academy. It feels like a proper cup night here in Minneapolis. A little hazy.
A lot of hazy.
We were just talking about it. Didn't see this coming. But it does feel like a proper cup night here in Minneapolis. City are at home. The bracket has narrowed. And one of these two teams will be 90 minutes away from a shot at a trophy by the time we're done.
And the matchup itself, it has a clear shape, John. So on one side, a group that has spent the summer winning games at a high level. On the other, an opponent coming in from a different league, looking to turn this into a kind of tense, tight semifinal that can go either way.
For Minneapolis City, this comes on the back of a perfect 12-0 regular season in the USL League 2. That form set a high bar, but with many of the first-team regulars literally on the bus to Peoria, Illinois now and focus on the playoffs, this semifinal, Dan, becomes a chance for depth pieces, futures call-ups, new signings to show the overall level of the squad is just as strong as the starting 11 of the first team.
And for 1826 Academy, the storyline here, this is about testing themselves against that bar. They arrive from UPSL Premier. They earn their way into the Super Cup semifinals. They know that in a knockout match, just a handful of moments can decide everything. We've been seeing that in the World Cup, right?
Absolutely.
So if they can stay organized, they can take their chances, handle this stage, this becomes an opportunity for them to show they can stand up to a team that's been winning all summer long. So with that, John, let's take a look at the players to watch. These, as always, are sponsored by Fathead Bill's, the new spot for smash burgers in downtown Minneapolis. And the player to watch for the Mighty Crows tonight, John, is Landon Benge. So let's talk a little bit about him, Division I talent.
Yeah, had a strong first season at Drake University where with the Bulldogs, he played in 13 matches, scored twice. And along with that, his minutes for City in the USL League 2 and the Super Cup minutes, real successful transition from college. He's already shown he can handle a high level of speed of play and intensity, and tonight's another chance to translate that expertise into key moments in a cup tie.
And you hit this a little bit, but let's talk about his growing influence.
Well, across the season, Landon has built up minutes in both league play and in the Super Cup, including getting on the score sheet in the USL League 2, 2 goals so far this season. This night is a chance for him to turn those minutes into bigger moments, I think, Dan, and show he can be a source of goals when the stakes are high for the Crows tonight.
And you mentioned he's a forward. He's been able to score at a high level. What kind of impact potential does he have?
Well, against an opponent coming in from UPSL Premier, I think that Minneapolis City overall will be looking for players who can stretch the game and punish mistakes. We talked about Landon Bange's effort every time he's in a match during the USL League 2 season. So with that effort, if he finds good pockets, connects to the midfield, and maybe causes some controlled chaos up front with his movement and his pressing, I think he has the tools to tilt a match.
All right, well, let's then talk about that as we're talking about tilting matches. Let's go to the keys to victory. And so the keys to victory, these are sponsored by Twin Cities Orthopedics. Minneapolis City is in good hands with our longtime sports medicine partner. Learn more at tcomn.com. And so for this, John, we've got a few things to look for. First of all, let's talk about protecting the rhythm.
So all season long in the Cup and in USL League 2, Minneapolis City is at their best, Dan, when they dictate the tempo rather than chasing a game. So keeping the ball, staying compact, and connecting back to front and avoiding long stretched passages will make it real hard for 1826 to turn this into a chaotic cup tie.
Well, and as you talk about that chaos, managing transition, that's got to be a key.
Yeah, if I'm 1826, I look to break quickly when I win the ball, and limiting cheap giveaways, having cover behind the play, and making good decisions in possession. That'll go a long way towards taking away the fast break moments when that doesn't work. So that can really swing a knockout match, Dan, if you're not organized on that transition counter.
Oh, you're absolutely right, and we've seen this so often, from City this year, but setting that standard early and really setting the tone.
Yeah, City's made a habit of starting quickly in recent games, haven't they? I think you had the stat on how many goals we've scored in the first 10 minutes of a match.
Changes every game.
Yeah, it changes every game. So scoring early and putting opponents under pressure almost from the opening whistle is kind of our MO this year. So keeping that habit tonight matters. It matters in every game, not just tonight. So a sharp start in the semifinal not only sets the tone for the 90, it also sends a clear message that City intend to control the night rather than react to it in chase of a back-to-back finals appearance. So that's all we got for tonight. Want to thank the Minnesota Super Cup. Been a great tournament we've been in for quite a few years, but did a great job this year. Want to learn more about that? You can check it out at mnsupercup.com. I'm John Bisworm. That's Dan Hudeman. We'll take a quick break and we'll come back with starting lineups. Please stay with us. Welcome back, soccer fans. Once again, I'm John Bisworm. That is Dan Hudeman. Minnesota Super Cup action here at Augsburg University on the, Edor Nelson Field on the campus of Augsburg University. You'd think I'd have that done by now at the end of the summer here. Between your Minneapolis City Soccer Club and 1826 Academy, making all sorts of mistakes. We'll start with the starting lineups. Dan, why don't you go with the visitors?
All right, so for the visiting 1826 Academy at the back, we have goalkeeper Ayub Ahmed, who City fans may remember appeared for the Crows in this tournament a couple years ago. And then as we'll see how they exactly line up, John, we've got number 17, Kelly Mara, number 20, Ethan Amandi, number 21, Mohammed Abdi, number 7, Abdi Sharif, number 6, Abdel Hakim Ismail, number 24, Tyler Beaupre, a former Minneapolis City Futures player, number 23, Danny King, 22, Suyeb Noor, number 3, Aiden Ahmed, and number 14, Mohammed Mursal.
And for the Crows, in the back, you have in goal Jack Bodie. Across the back line, captain for today, Curtis Wagner. Number 43, Ramsey Uru, and number 12, Jack Dancer. Across the midfield, you have number 50, Ryan Bechtel, Oji, and Wemnois. Number 47, Carter Mass. Number 26, Elijah Fearing. And up top, you have a front three of Liam Moreira. Number 52, number 54, Toby Volkman, and number 30, player to watch, Landon Bange.
So much changed City side, but some guys we know, some real quality, and some guys I'm looking forward to making an impact.
Yeah, I mean, the one thing you have to think about is cohesion. You know, like we talked about it earlier, like our, in quotes, first team is literally driving for a national.
They're there now. They're actually sending me videos from warm-up.
They've landed. Well, nice. They're working out. Good. Get to work, boys. So they play tomorrow night. So there's a few of these members. I know our player to watch, Landon Bange, is going to be in the car after this game heading down to meet up with the team. But you have a mixture of a bunch of different things, new signings, some young futures players, and then a couple of the first team holdovers that didn't make the trip that are featuring tonight. Can they all come together to play a team that's been together all summer? Yeah,
and has done well all summer. They've been impressive in the Super Cup. They did a nice job on UPSL. It's a short season in UPSL Premier, but they were there just outside of that top 1 or 2. But nonetheless, John, I think that's going to be the key thing: cohesion, versus some, on the City side, some players who are really trying to prove themselves.
Yeah, absolutely. Interesting hazy night here in Minneapolis. It's hot as heck. It's well into the 90s. Is this from the Canada wildfires, Dan? Is that what we're experiencing?
It sure is.
Thanks.
I wish they'd do a little bit better forestry, eh?
Yeah, thanks, Canada. Well, as the national anthem is underway here, Dan, you've been watching the World Cup.
I have. I've been watching less and less as the tournament has gone on.
Well, there's less and less games as the tournament goes on.
I think that's fair, too. Tournaments are interesting, right? I thought USA started so well. That group stage was fantastic, and then you can leave a bad taste in your mouth. That's tough part about knockout soccer.
I mean, what do you think about today with England, Argentina? I mean, that one started off with everyone demolishing each other every time they could.
Well, how many times have we seen, I was trying to count it, it's got to be 4 or 5 that I can explicitly remember, teams come into the 80th plus minute with a 1-goal lead and they surrender it. To me, that's exciting. That's a good tournament.
Yep.
But also to me, England gave it away. If I'm thinking about City in the playoffs with the attack that this Crows team has, I'm learning some lessons. I'm not taking my foot off the gas at all.
You can. And, you know, some people say 2-0 is the most dangerous score in soccer. I
There
think
it
it's
is.
1-0.
Well, it is, yeah, if it changes how you play.
Absolutely. Yep. And for England, I mean, it was just, like the jaw just kept dropping. Like, I can't believe they're making these subs and they're trying to play this way. Like, you had momentum. Like, why stop?
You know, for me, Anthony Gordon was actually the player of the tournament. I know Jude Bellingham's going to get the plaudits, but he's
definitely
the
most
pace.
important for their
He was
team. Yeah.
the outball. He was the willingness just to make things happen. And when he left, all of a sudden, all that was gone, and you saw England get pinned back deep.
Well, let's talk about the night before. So yesterday, the France-Spain game. See, I was one of the minority that thought that France didn't have what it took to win the World Cup. Not from a talent perspective, but just I thought that they have a little bit of bite because of their talent and like their ethos. But they don't have any dogs on their team. So when everything went wrong and Spain just suffocated them with their style of soccer, you saw the cracks in the foundation. You saw the stars of their team who were just laughing and smiling and celebrating all group stage and into that game together because they were winning, and then it all broke, and they were trying too much. They were passing to each other. They were arguing with each other, and then Spain just said, "Thanks, this is what we wanted."
Well, I think you hit on 2 things. One, that's why it's good to play good teams. All too often, and especially as you see in tournaments like that or in the lower divisions like with us, you'll see teams that don't play good teams in their division. First good team they play, and they're surprised that they lose.
Yep.
And I think that you had a little bit of that with France. That said, Spain was almost perfectly set up to beat them. The ball's faster than even the fastest players, and the French players as athletes, vastly better than the Spanish. The Spanish ability to just rondo all game until they found an opening was, I mean, can you imagine a better tactical setup to beat France?
And they don't care how they score.
No.
It's a testament to they don't have they don't have an Erling Haaland, they don't have a Harry Kane, they don't have an Mbappe. They had a guy who looks like the guy who does my taxes.
He does. It's the guy who does your taxes, score goals.
Yeah, and here we go. We are underway. Enough about my tax professional. As City had kickoff, a little loss there in World Cup talk.
Well, City wearing the away Bolt from the Black kits today. Fans need to be able to see that. Sponsored by Atmosphere.
Wagner looking for Volkman.
I want to see maybe a little bit more from either Volkman or Benj to really get in when you saw that 1826 defender hesitate.
Oh, great move. And early in the book.
That was a little soft for me, John. I felt like the 1826 forward was looking for the foul instead of, he had Dancer and he could have gone after him, but he gets the yellow nonetheless. That's going to make Jack Dancer have to think differently.
I mean, for me, it's super early. We're in the first minute of the game. We've talked about it many times, like the first one's kind of free. That one didn't seem like, definitely a foul, but
yes,
not necessarily maybe a bookable offense in the first play of the game, really. As Beaupre lumps one in, ends up into heading off Uru. I think he and Bodie got a little crossed up there.
So we're going to struggle a little bit to give you the names of the 1826 players. The roster they gave us doesn't match the numbers on the field. So if we're calling you by the wrong name, it's not our fault.
Yep, not on us.
Forward number 69, Aiden Judicus.
Corner kick swung in. Up for the header. Looked as if that was Big Kurt Wagner.
Oh, what a goal.
I missed it. I was grabbing my glasses.
They're claiming for offsides. I don't think that there is offsides. That was a lovely ball in from number 20, Ethan Amondi, for a very, very early goal here, 2nd minute.
I have to watch the replay. Like I said, I'm grabbing my glasses so I can actually see something.
Look at this ball in, a beauty. Nice diving header.
Yeah, I don't think he was offside on the shot. It was just a case of Minneapolis City getting caught ball watching that nice strike on Bodie's net.
Well, I think that's where the familiarity is really a thing.
Well, we talked about the script, Dan, is typically Minneapolis City scores early, but now Minneapolis City's down 1-0 with a yellow card in the 3rd minute of the game. So a lot of things didn't go as planned.
Yeah, definitely not the start that you're hoping for. And I think that's, John, where, this is a team where how they start to find some cohesion is going to be really important.
Yeah, absolutely. Carter Mass goes back to Uru. Tries to find Bange. I think he had more options to keep possession there.
Well, that's where, too, it's a little bit of a clash of styles sometimes. Oh, nice
Offside.
ball through from Bange.
He was offside. I want to see Judicus play that early because Bange was on.
Yeah.
That little hesitation caused him to drift offside. And you can't fault Bange for that. He was making the correct run.
Well, if you're a City fan, you don't necessarily recognize all of the players. Some of them have featured for the City team in League Two. Some of them are coming up from futures. But with 20 players, John, in Peoria right now, what you're seeing is some guys who are brought in just to make up numbers with how short the season is, and they need to get the semifinal and then the final. There's some guys who you may not recognize, or perhaps you might recognize from having played against City this season.
Yeah, absolutely. We've oh, nice ball in. Unlucky first touch there.
Yeah, Marrera. I
From
think.
Marrera.
Nice job getting the other side of the center back.
Great first touch.
Ooh. We don't know who number 11 is because he's not on the roster, but he's been on live wire today.
Great cutback and sent Curtis Wagner going on that one. Shouts for a touch, but I didn't see it. Did you?
I did not. And this is one where, you're really starting to see City's got to find their footing in this game.
Yeah, just keeping the ball for a little bit, I think, would help. Step by Carter Mask into Bechtel. Bechtel made a good business decision there, not going out for the header.
That's Ryan Bechtel on the field with his brother Shay, one of the guys in Peoria. So brothers in the club, but not in the team. Shay, or Ryan, of course, you may remember playing against Minneapolis City in League Two with St. Croix Legends these past 2 seasons.
This is a long throw opportunity here. You're seeing some of the bigger bodies getting up. Wagner, Carter Bass.
Oh, off the back there.
Wagner finds the back of the net!
So quick, what a goal. Big Curtis Wagner. John, he's one of my favorite players.
Yeah, I'm expecting a bigger celebration out of him in this. Must be the Canadian fire smog, but giving a clap to the citizens. I think if you watch, he basically just peeled off of his mark.
He did.
Bad defending, I think, on both goals, to be honest with you.
I think you're right. I mean, with his strength, he's pushing off Hakeem Ismail. I don't know that Hakeem Ismail had much of a chance, but not great defending. Hakeem Ismail wasn't in the right spot, wasn't quick to move, and man, Wagner made it seem easy. And that might be what the Crows need. Just get a little bit of foothold in the game, calm down a little bit.
I'm just going to go with OG for number 38. No offense, OG. Your last name is very hard for me to say. But really great track back for OG there. I actually wanted to ask you, Dan, about number 47 for the Crows Futures call-up, Carter Mask. He featured with City in the last round. I've been really impressed with the high schooler from Maple Grove.
I have too. He's one of the things I love about watching City over the years is you have seen these young high school guys come through the futures, get first team minutes, go on to continue to play in the first team over the years. We've got Elijah Fury on the field right now as an example.
Bange battling. Comes out the other end of it.
John, I don't know that Carter Mass looks like a high schooler. I don't really plays like a high schooler. Calm,
yeah.
Strong.
I mean, I wish I was that size in high school. I wish I was that size right now. Bange wins the throw in here. Bechtel has shown that he's got a far throw.
And, if you've been following the Crows for a while, you know that we've loved long throws before they were cool. Almost falls in there.
Wagner with the touch into Judicus. Wagner's going to win it again. Bodies everywhere. Uru finds OG.
In a little bit of a tough spot there, Oro.
Yeah, kind of forced that one in the middle.
I'd love to see it a little bit more calm from that City center back. With Jason Ramos, and then when Remy Naemwe comes in for him, the great thing you get is a ton of calm, a range of passing, and they're not scared just to slow it down. That's what I love about Ramos, slowing it down.
Slowing it down is a big one for me. It's an underrated skill for a center back because they have a lot of time on the ball, and it's really enticing to hit that one early.
Well, what I love about Ramos is he makes you know that he can. He will play that ball. So you don't necessarily know as someone trying to put a press on him what he's going to do. I love to see that from Oro right now. We've seen him go long, we've seen him go quick. Take a minute.
He heard you.
He did. And players obviously should listen to me. So it's Aiden Judicus. He was a two-time state champion. Was at a high school. John played with Joe Highfield, who City fans will remember. Now he's at Wisconsin Eau Claire. Plays for City Sporting Director Casey Holm.
And I just got corrected. It's Oge.
Okay.
OG.
Yeah.
So the pronunciation guide. See, we don't get our own either.
We don't. Well, we have it now. I liked OG, but OG works too. You get to say your name however you want.
Yep, exactly. Uru up for it. Dancer on the spot. Tries to hit one. Hits it. Oge with a great work tracking back. Mass chipping one in.
A little mix up there as Bange is in defense and Wagner's up top, but Bange, look at that work rate, that strength.
Judicus. Oh, he had 5 options, and it just happened to go through 2 of them right there. But I like the idea of trying to press that ball forward. I think any pressure they can put on the 18-26 back line is important, especially after scoring that goal.
As a former player, I love rewarding Bench for the win and the run.
Yeah. Especially because he tracked back all the way and won it. It's like when you watch your outside back and you watch your winger run up and down the whole game because you keep hitting long balls for them, and then you yell at them while they're not playing defense.
Nice cross from Wagner. Unlucky bounce.
Mass with a nice ball out to Bechtel. Looks to fire one in. Whoever number 11 is has been playing really good.
Yeah, he's just had a great game so far for 1826. Did a nice job keeping the ball there. Dancer won the foul, but I really like that from 1826. Keep the ball, be patient. You know, okay, so he plays his college soccer at Wisconsin Eau Claire. We got a lot of blue golds in the team tonight. John, I like how he's been playing too. He feels like a city midfielder in a lot of ways.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, he looks as if he's trying to find those small pockets of space. And, I mean, yeah, I think that in his first touch has been good, too. Judicus hunts that one down. Slips on the turf.
Stuff from Dancer. Judicus comes back from offside. He's fouled, but he was offside first. Turns out there's a process to this. There are rules, John.
Did you mention it's hot in here yet?
Oh my gosh. The Weather Channel is saying it felt like 101 degrees as I arrived. It's got to be hotter on the turf, and the smoke certainly doesn't help. Thanks, Canada.
We don't have any air conditioning here in this beautiful press box at Edor Nelson Field.
Definitely built more for the school year sports.
Yeah, fall.
Yeah. Will City enjoy a good spell of possession? Let's talk about what's next for Minneapolis City. So tomorrow, 3 p.m. Central, the Crows take on Valley Division champions West Virginia United in the round of 32 in the USL2 playoffs. This pod, it's pods of 4. This pod's hosted by Peoria City at Bradley University.
Back to Moreira.
Oh! What a great ball. Good head across and just a little bit too much for Oge.
Yeah.
Uge. I'm trying my best.
We both are, yeah. Really, I mean, we talked about him being a prototypical City midfielder, making that late run in that, you know, he's in that double pivot with Carter Mass. Carter Mass doing a great job of sitting home and allowing his partner to get advanced, and he almost capitalized.
Yeah. And I like that from City, too, just being patient with the ball, finding the opportunity. Great ball from Bechtel, and smart play from Moreira to hit that across the goal.
Got word from field side we're going to get updated numbers. Would have been great to have those ahead of time, but we got them.
Get there eventually, and by we, I mean they.
Great run by Bechtel. If he can track this one down, and he does. Has Bange in the middle. Good step by Wagner.
Well, it's somewhat updated. We got 2 number 7s, so they'll get there eventually. Look, if you don't love lower division soccer, like,
yeah.
What are you even doing?
That's funny. Man.
As we just finished the Peoria pod for the USL playoffs, John, if the Crows beat West Virginia United, who don't have a nickname, funny enough.
I was going to say, just stop, dude. It's over.
They'll play the winner of Peoria City and Sueño. Win that, and it's the winner of the other Midwest pod. Win that, and then you're in the national semifinal. Win that, and you're in the final. So with 158 teams, John, it's a long pathway to the national title. No other lower division league, men's or women's, is as difficult, has as many teams, as many high-level teams as USL League 2.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we've been in USL League 2 for a number of years. I've been extremely impressed by not only how professional the league is, but how high of a level it is across the board, even from the bottom teams up.
It's a little bit of a cliche to say there are no easy games.
There aren't.
There aren't.
His ball in by Beaupre.
Really good touch by Suhei Noor. Really good work there from their number 6. who is number 6, Hakeem Ismail, had to get a touch on there, else Benj is turning.
Yeah, he had options too. He had Volkman out wide if he was able to collect that.
I mean, I love that awareness from a defensive midfielder.
Good effort by City there to get numbers behind the ball to stop potential dangerous opportunity. Early ball in.
Oro can't get it past Abdi. Luckily, Dancer came over. Oro's been struggling a little bit, particularly with Abdi, and Abdi has had quite the game.
Well, he's coming at Uru from a lot of different angles.
Yeah, his movement has been exceptional.
First touch by Wagner.
Nice little burst too. Wagner, like I said, a favorite of mine.
Volkman with a great touch into Bechtel. Tons of space. Has Bange in there as well.
Lovely ball to Benj.
Oh,
what
great.
a save by Ahmed.
Really great interplay there between Ryan Bechtel and our player to watch, Landon Bange. I mean, Bange had to fight off a defender.
That was great work from Beaupre, the 1826 defender, coming back. Although I think Bange maybe wishes he got a little bit more on it.
I don't think he could do anything different than he did, Dan. I think he did the best he could with a defender draped all over him. I mean, he could have maybe tried to go near post, but just getting a foot on that in general was something special.
Yeah, that was an impressive save from Ahmed, full stretch.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. He had that far post covered. And he came from the middle of the goal.
Ahmed comes out, punches away. Good goalkeeping.
Benj does a great job of tracking back. Bechtel under pressure.
Benj can't quite keep track of that. Good stuff from the two attackers, though, to track back.
I mean, a little bit unlucky. You have to believe he's a little bit tired from
He's doing a lot of running.
a lot of running there.
Both teams continue to look dangerous, John. This is going to stay 1-1.
It's a fun game so far. I mean, you want a little bit more from a possession standpoint out of City, but that's kind of a downfall of putting a team together that hasn't played all summer together.
Yeah, and I think that's what you're seeing is this kind of gets into that pattern. You got a pattern of one team, very organized, clearly played together, another team. Not that they're not organized, but they just don't quite have that sharpness, but man, they've got a lot of invention.
Great step. Newgate wins the free kick there. A pure effort win right there.
That's another reason why he looks like a City midfielder.
Oh, Martin Brown Jr. looked to him.
Yeah, I love him.
Right?
Red ponytail, he looks, yeah. I want to see him stand over a free kick.
We might get the chance. Mass checks his shoulder.
Now, one of the things I like about Carter Mass, he's a high school kid. He's pointing where he wants the ball. He's moving around. What confidence.
Ball in back post.
Whoa, just over Bechtel. Oh, and Benj can't quite get anything on it. Rolls it to Ahmed. You know, if Bechtel could have grown a half inch, he buries that one.
It's tough one for Bange too. His body's all going forward out of bounds and trying to go across it to redirect that back in. That's tough.
So Wagner's just graduated from Loyola, Maryland, where he spent 4 years for the Greyhounds. Patriot League has been a difficult league, especially with Colgate has been excellent, but Loyola Maryland's done a nice job. He's done a really good job in defense for them, and I'm glad to see him again. I think this is his 4th season with the Crows.
Wonder what why the card's not coming out, specifically after the first one.
Yeah, that looked kind of similar.
Right?
Yeah. You know, the player, you just want predictability, you want consistency. You don't really care actually how the referee's calling it really tight, really loose. You just want it to be called the same way.
Right, and the difference between this one and the first one, both clear fouls. The first one, I think Dancer had help behind him, where this one, I don't know who committed the foul. I think it was number 14, Mirasol. I thought that he didn't have any help. He was clearly beat.
That said, you know, I'm not sure that Bechtel didn't slip a little bit. That may have been trying to avoid the foul. It's tough being a ref sometimes.
Yeah.
Marcel got under Marrera there, and that was let go. You don't see that very often, John.
I don't. Good ball by Uru.
Judicus looking to get banged. They're going to connect, and that's where, as they get sharper, you're seeing some good things from City, just not quite as sharp as we usually see when we see him in League 2.
Yep, absolutely.
It's a nice turn there by Mersal.
Good step by the City backline.
Abdi was off. Dancer did a really nice job of stepping up. It was close, though. Closer
So,
than it could have been.
if I'm City, I use that brief moment of extreme organization to elevate into collective organization at the other lines, like within the midfield and then up top. Because that was a very hard thing to do if you're not lockstep with a group of 4 players for a whole entire summer.
Yes. We're starting to see a little bit more confidence, these City players, with each other. This ball over the top for Mast.
Volkman, great attempt at cutting that one back. Have a player down for 1826 in their half.
Oh, Wagner goes in. Mersal beats him.
That's offside.
That's not going to be called offside. That's frustrating. Oro put his hand up and stopped and could have cut that one out. And that'll be a 25th minute goal. Looked like in the end it went off number 9, Kelly Mara. Let's see. Yeah, I got to be honest, John. I think if you look at Oro, his run continued right to the touchline.
Well, but I think that the offside that I was referencing, Dan, was the player who the ball deflected off of. Like from the shot, I think.
After the,
yeah.
I think because we'll have to see it. I thought Oro continued all the way to the touchline.
Kept him on. Could have happened. 2-1. 25 minutes in. 1826 to Minneapolis City 1. We just talked about some collective cohesion across that back line. That instance was the opposite, Dan.
Yeah, and that was frustrating, you know, because it felt like Oro could have actually cut it out if he hadn't called for offside, and you know, perhaps the breakdown just overall, Wagner missing the tackle, not getting the coverage, just shows, yeah, the players not used to playing with each other.
Well, it just shows that 1826 wants it.
No, they absolutely do. You know, for me particularly, number 11, Mohamed Abdi, I've been impressed by him as a player. He'd be a nightmare to defend.
Quick.
And look at him right now, right?
Active.
Closing down. Yeah, willing to go left, right. Coming from different angles.
Clearance by Mopre. And an equally good tackle by Uru. Giveaway by Mora.
Mersal, a really nice cutout from Mast. I've been impressed by Carter Mast today.
Yeah, man, I really like him. Whoever's getting him in college, I'm real lucky. Volkman in a foot race. looked as if he was going to beat Beaupre to the spot there, but Beaupre did a really great job of using his body to shield him off.
Well, Future's trained.
Yeah. Iron sharpens iron, man.
Well, you know, that to me is a really interesting thing about, you know, so often when we play in the Super Cup, you know, you see guys who came through Futures, good players, great guys, and, you know, there are only so many spots you can ever have on one team. And, you know, it didn't used to be like that, and I love it. I mean, I love to see the success these guys have and they go on to. I hate when they were score against us, but, you know, if you look at the state of soccer in the state of Minnesota before we got here with City and the Futures, it was different.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it just takes some organization, right? There's a lot of options, and without organization and outreach, it's kind of hard to find the right one.
Well, I think you're absolutely right. It is about options. Where can you get in a place where you can succeed, you can grow, people can believe in you at all ages.
Taken care of.
So restart eventually here. Got about an hour left. City down a goal. Does feel like there are more goals in it, but you know, if your City coach Alex Hostler is with Max Lohm on the bench right now because John Forsyth and crew are in Peoria, you need some more sharpness. What do you say to them at halftime, John?
I think it all starts with just keeping the ball and playing simple to feet. I mean, there have been some danger spots through the diagonal, but it's not working. What has been working is when there's a 4-5-6 combo to gain some confidence in moving the 18-26 pieces around the board and then making that final killer pass. I mean, we saw it with the Bechtel to bench, like almost finished, that Ahmed had to be forced into a very fantastic save on. That came from a 6-pass combo before it even got to Bechtel.
Yeah. I think you're right about the patience, and we've seen that with 1826 too. They've been in their best when they've been patient and, you know, found the opportunity to drive forward. We're looking for a ball here. Somehow it's lost under the 1826 bench, but there are balls all over the field.
Yeah, we'll find it eventually.
Kicked out of bounds, which wouldn't have been my choice if I was attacking, but accidents happen.
So are we in a hydration break here?
You know, given the air quality, John, yes, not that we're going to run ads, but given U.S. Soccer does have rules around hydration breaks for heat and air quality, and we are right in the sweet spot.
Well, we said we weren't going to do any ads.
Let's do it anyway.
Let's do some, they're not really ads, they're sponsor reads, Dan. Minneapolis City thanks to this year's kit sponsor, local hip-hop legends Atmosphere. They're on tour right now, fresh off their 10th season. We've teamed up with Atmosphere to bring 2 kits to life, the Bolt from the Black and the 10th Anniversary Feather Weather Kit. Catch Atmosphere this summer at the Minnesota Yacht Club Festival on July 19th. Coming up, get your tickets today. Thank you, Atmosphere.
Yeah, that's Sunday.
Yeah, all day.
Well, as we break, John, let's do one more read and then talk to me a little bit about what you're thinking from 1826. But let's give a shout out to Fathead Bills. You may want to be there tomorrow for the playoff game. But from the owner of the Corner Bar comes Fathead Bills, the new spot for smash burgers in downtown Minneapolis, right off Washington. They have all your Corner Bar favorites, including great staff and, of course, the almost world-famous Joey Wings. Check out the new Fathead Bills today. But, John, tell me what you're thinking about 1826. You've got to be happy right now if you're them.
I think it's the movement off the ball from the front three. Minneapolis City kind of doesn't know where it's coming from, and a lot of what they've done is quick. We talked about transition, the quick turnover in the midfield or in the high end of the defensive third is quickly getting up into one of the front three.
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter where the turnover happened. It's just moving really fast. My question, Dan, is that sustainable for 90 minutes? Because they are moving everywhere, and it's hot, and the air quality sucks. Like, regardless of it getting breaks out there, like, is that sustainable?
I mean, that's a fair question. That said, I think as you talk about that movement and the team's understanding of the movement, we're seeing this is a team that has played together certainly all season and for a couple of seasons against a team that hasn't. And that can really make a difference. Nice ball into Bange. Bange is taken down. This should be a penalty.
I believe it is.
Lionel was right there as Bange burst through two defenders, taken down with no thought of the ball. And you can't do that.
No.
A lot of arguments and surrounding the ref. As I've learned from the World Cup, you can't do that unless you're Argentina, John.
Yeah, I would definitely try to stop that if I were the officials and they're talking through where the foul happened. I don't know if we can get a replay on that. I thought it was in the box.
I did too. There are a lot of lines on the field, though.
Some cards that are going to be thrown out here. A whole bunch of protests, probably.
All right, so that's going to be a yellow card too. We'll have to see here as he turns around. The problem with scrums, John, it's hard to tell exactly who's who.
And no one never faces the press box for some
They don't.
some way.
Yeah. Why don't they?
No idea what's happening.
All right,
there.
looks like that might. Are they setting that up? They're trying to set it up right outside the 18. If I'm City, I'm arguing about that. I felt like Bange was taken down in the box.
I was looking at the field. Did we see a replay of that? Probably have enough time because this wall's going to move back at a snail's pace.
That's set up pretty far outside. Perhaps that's where it felt like the foul began.
And that could be the case too, because it was.
Yeah, let's look at this. Great ball in.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it did
that is
begin
where it
outside
began.
the box. Yep. Really great work by the officials on that.
What a let off for 1826.
Wagner over the ball. Puts his
Blast.
laces through one. I like it.
Just over.
Ooh. Really good attempt by Wagner there.
And great work for a player to watch, Landon Bange. He's been a live wire today.
I mean, you can see why he's a high-level Division I player. Relatively young in his college career, but he never stops.
Yeah. And belts that one out of bounds.
Volkman tried to get up for that one. Massive giveaway. Probably his first of the day.
Answer's got work to do.
It's a really good job to force 1826 to go backwards. When that play started, Dan, lots of danger could have come out of that. I think that's probably best case scenario for Dancer and the back line there.
I think you're right. You know, and Mara's able to win a throw in. We might see a long one here, so the danger's not over yet, but that was a badly placed turnover.
Good step by Dancer. Bange popping up again.
He's looking for that for the throw in. Doesn't get it.
I think Volkman's been a little quiet today for me, Dan, up top. I know as a striker you need service, but I haven't seen him get involved a lot.
Yeah, you know, you want to see a little bit more movement from him. He's coming to the ball, hasn't won those headers or been able to control some of the long passes looking for him. Except, John, you know, that long ball from Oro that found its way to him. He was able to turn, and that almost turned into the Morera header from the Bechtel cross. I think you're right. He needs a little bit more service and needs to be a little more active up top.
Like even right now, if you see where his positioning is, as the central striker, you need to try to hunt ball side, right?
And yeah, we've seen a little static. He's willing to drop off his defenders, but not much more. So you give that ball away.
No one wanted it, either side there. Veteran move there by Captain Curtis Wagner, knowing how quick this Edor Nelson turf is.
Ball from Wagner. Passed under a little bit of pressure there, but good touch.
That's a tough one to handle.
It comes back at you fast, and you've got someone just eating you up. Again, that's Mohamed Abdi. That's that number 11 from 1826. He's been the best player for me all game, John.
Yeah, I would not disagree with you on that. It'll be interesting to watch like what his tank looks like around this time the second half, but I mean already doing the damage.
That looked like a handball from Beaupre. Linesman lets him off there. That stopped a clear ball through for the Crows. Well, that may have been brought back.
Dangerous spot here for the Crows, and they've shown that on set pieces they've kind of won the advantage from a I don't know what you want to call it, not a productivity perspective, but from creating chances out of set pieces.
They've caused some chaos in the box.
There you go, chaos, problems.
They have to quote the English. They've gotten into the mixer.
They've asked the questions. What a good time to ask another question here for the Crows. They can pull one back in before halftime as it creeps closer.
Doesn't get past the first man. That's a disappointing ball in the end.
Mast finds Wagner. Wagner goes back in. Plenty of options in there.
A little too easy in the end. Kondo couldn't get much on his header there.
He got something on it. That's a little tough one to take. Touch.
Yeah, nice touch from Sharif. Kondo wins it, but gives it away.
Good tackle. Mast has some options. Goes out wide to Bechtel.
Nice ball to Volkman. With a good touch, but two guys around him and City forced to go back. That's much better from the Crows.
I think this patience here is what we were looking for and asking for from the Crows for good portions of this game. Judicus unlucky with his second touch there. First touch was extremely positive. The second one's what let him down, Dan.
Yeah. And that's where, I think it's been close. If you don't expect that ball, that's where you can just get off a little bit. And I'm not sure he knew that was coming to him. Buckman smashes it out again. Gotta say, I haven't been particularly impressed by his distribution, but he's made some really fine saves.
Volkman applying pressure. It was almost as if he was mic'd in, Dan. Ever since we talked about his getting involved in his activity, he's been on the end of quite a few things.
He has. He forces Ahmed to just smash that ball out of bounds. He must have gotten a touch on it because 1826 has the throw-in. about that. That's the same place Ahmed has sent every clearance and or goal kick. Nice ball from Mast.
Right here, we need Volkman to be an option there. I don't want to sound like I'm ragging on him, but right there, he had the option to create a 2v1 scenario closer to the corner there, but peeled his run off that Baines was already making.
I think you're right. You know, if we're going to start to poke holes a little bit, Judicus, to me, needs to have more attention on that final ball. All too often, he's been too close to the goalkeeper. Bursell just chips that one out of bounds from an offside position. You know, but that's where I think, you know, Judicus coming into the City team, we haven't seen a lot of that type of early cross. It's not going to be tight to the back four or the back three, and so you're not seeing the forwards make that same run, and you're seeing the goalkeepers read it a little bit easily. I'd like something different from that one here.
Yeah, I think just we talked about keeping possession, but varying up the angles of attack, I think, is going to be a talking point that I would have with the Crows at halftime.
Well, that's what I love about Senko Kale or Shane Bechtel or some of the options that City has up top, is they're willing to just put their head down and get to the touchline. You know, cut that one back. Ooh. Oh, got smashed off of Kelly Mara's head.
Like Dancer took out two there. Hope everyone's okay. Staff from TCO, which would be a great time, Dan, to say Minneapolis City is in good hands with our longtime sports medicine partner, Twin City Orthopedics. You too can have TCO on your side with a wide range of specialty services to help you achieve your goal of returning to full health. Learn more at tcomn.com.
And while we're at it, John, let's give a shout out to Twin Cities Barber Co. Guys, look your best with the only barber you should trust in Minneapolis. Twin Cities Barber Co., locally owned and operated in the heart of South Minneapolis, offers quality services that will have you feeling your best. Treat yourself to a traditional barbershop with modern style and make an appointment today at tcbarberco.com. I was there just a week and a half ago. We'll eventually get a restart. Looks like Mara is just fine in the end. I wouldn't mind a break in this heat and smoke either. And we're nearing halftime, though. If you're City going in down a goal, you've got 45 minutes to play, you're not going to feel like you're out of it. If you're 18-26, you're going to feel pretty good, though. I feel like they took their chances, and they created a lot of them. They created a lot of problems for the Crows.
Yeah, I wouldn't add anything else to that, Dan, to be honest with you. You nailed it. And we're seeing City get a little bit sharper. I still think some of the same things that have kind of hurt them are still happening, but they're either happening in better spots to limit the damage, or the recovery to come back after those mistakes is getting better.
I think you're right. We're seeing it right now. Benj lost the ball, but a ton of City guys around it. Resting early. Sharif looks for a diagonal. He can only find Judicus. And that's much better. That's much more what we saw this season in USL League 2. Yep. Pressure on the ball forces just a kind of silly pass and City around the attack.
There will be a minimum of 5 minutes of stoppage time indicated by the fourth official.
A minimum, John.
Yeah. Had a couple injuries, unlucky for Judicus. Hunts it down, has Baines in the area. Beaupre does a good job to step in there and intervene. Volkman tracks back. Dancer gets his foot on it.
Ooh.
Body's
We're
flying
getting taken
everywhere.
down. Yeah, I think that was a fair foul there as Beaupre came through Gay. This isn't exactly a dangerous position, but this is going to cause a little bit of, I don't know, a heart murmur if you're an 1826 fan. This one gets in the box, the big body's there. We see Big Curtis going up there. Uge. Looking for Wagner, heads it across. Oh, Ahmed bobbles it.
Still alive.
just didn't quite fall from, for City after Ayub Ahmed.
Baines does such a great job.
Ooh, he did a great job. I'm pretty sure Wagner would love to have that play on for advantage, but it's called back.
Bechtel comes out of the scrum with it.
Mass working on Sharif. Sharif does a nice job of shielding that ball.
I think Matt, absolutely. But I think for me, what I liked about that was Mass didn't foul. He applied the right amount of pressure, fought appropriately to try to get that, and it didn't have one of those silly deep fouls that you see when anytime a defender has their back to you in their defensive third and they fall down going the opposite way, it's always the attacker's fault.
Well, and actually credit to Sharif for not diving. So often you see, and it's purely a dive. There's nothing to it. He shielded the ball well.
Yeah, I don't know if I've ever seen such high praise for a shield out of bounds for both players.
I really haven't either, but it's that type of game.
It's true, though. Work here by 1826.
Oh, that was a really, really lovely ball from Sharif. Finds Mursal. Mursal to Abdi. Sharif goes through. Really, really good combination play.
Great. Just eating up of space there by Urud to save a shot attempt. Gives up the corner, but that could have been worse.
When he uses his athleticism in such a focused way like that, hard to get past him as a center back. It's like you said, he can eat up space. You're not going to out-muscle him. You're not going to out-position him.
Short corner. Ends up at the foot of big Kurt Wagner. Good clearance.
Bench doing a really nice job on Noor. Okay. He's a little surprised by giving up the throw, and I am too. I thought he did a nice job kicking that off of the 1826 defender.
Not giving the free kick.
Huh.
Yeah, I know. So Baines is protesting. I agree with him.
Yeah. Lockman over this. He had a great delivery earlier for that first goal in the second minute to Abdi.
He's asking for his 10, but if you look at the overabundance of lines on this field, he is 10 yards away.
Easy enough to measure when it's all measured out. Oh, Volkman almost flicks it on. It's unlucky he couldn't quite get his forehead on it. And we're in the 5th minute now, so this whistle's going to blow any minute now. Win
Any minute.
kick right there.
Any minute now.
Surely blow after this, but if you're City, you just have to stay focused.
Yeah, I'd throw all 11 in the box on this one if it were me, Dan.
John, if I could, I'd throw 12.
Well, they are in front of the 12th man.
There you go. All the citizens in the goal. Good ball. Volkman. Whew. Headed, but not quite away, and we've seen that a little bit. Not quite clearing their lines for City. Not as sharp, but as you'd expect from a team that's come together this week to play this game.
Absolutely. Well, that's 2-1, 1826 over the Crows in the first 45 minutes. Lots of soccer to play, Dan. Not a ton to unpack if you have been with us the full time here, but we're going to take a break, enjoy a little bit of halftime, maybe dip into some air conditioning for a bit. Please stay with us. We'll break things down, then we'll start the second half. Once again, I'm John Bisworm. That is Dan Hudeman. Welcome back, folks. John Bisworm here with Dan Hudeman. Super Cup, Minnesota Super Cup. I should caveat that. Action here at Augsburg University, Edor Nelson Field. Halftime score, 1860 Academy out of the UPSL Premier Division 2. Your Minneapolis City Crows 1. Dan, we talked a lot, I think, in-game about what we thought about the first half, so I don't really want to go through a ton of reiteration about that. But you brought up a good note on the shots, on the recorded shots today. Why don't you talk a little bit about that?
Well, I mean, I think that's exactly it. If you look at City, despite being this, disparate, kind of pulled together group with 20 guys in Peoria for the playoffs, 6 shots, twice as many as 1826. However, 1826, 2 goals, 1 off target in their 3 shots. They've been lethal. They've just been taking their chances.
Yeah, I mean, and we talked about the Spain-France game in the lead up, and we talked about how Spain doesn't care how they score. They just play their way, and if it works, it works. And today, I think for 1826. I'm getting at a lot of stuff mixed up. It's pretty hard.
It's the smoke.
It's pretty hard today.
The heat.
They have a way they've been playing, and they're just playing it. And we talked about like where we could clean things up for City, and we talked about how like there's not an overabundance of possession that's 8 passes, 6 passes. It's a lot of 1-2 pass turnover because we're skipping the third pass and we're trying to force it into the second pass.
Well, I think that's where you're right, where, as we've seen the City shots, one is turning a goal, great save, certainly to Ahmed when he was 1-on-1 with Bain. It's not like the 1826 defense hasn't had to do a lot, yet all too often it feels like there's a lack of decisiveness, a lack of cutting edge. We're not 1826, however, when they get in that box, they're lethal.
Yeah, and their movement, and we talked about it a little bit, if I'm going to reiterate anything that we said in the first half, just varying the ways of their movement and how quickly they're hitting their spaces, I think it's been a handful for City. I think they cleaned it up a little bit. There was a little bit more cohesion there on the back line. Right as we said that, there was the dip for the goal. We probably should talk about the goals. First goal for Minneapolis City came in the 7th minute for captain today, number 20, Curtis Wagner. And then why don't you...
Well, and that was the equalizer because it was a bad start for the Crows. Mohamed Abdi scoring in the 2nd minute. Beautiful goal.
Yeah.
But what switching off defensively. And then number 9, Kelly Mara, off the bar, was able to kind of head that one in after... I would say kind of a number of defensive errors, actually. Probably 3 Crows could have taken the blame for that one, and it was just a lack of organization. And so as we look at the second half, we're going to see still an organized 1826 side against a kind of newly put together City side. And the question is going to be who's going to be able to just be a little bit more efficient in front of goal.
Mm-hmm. I agree with you. Well, we're right about to get started here. Referees doing their last-minute checks.
Sure what they check, but they're checking everything.
They're just making sure they're synchronizing their watches, Dan.
Gosh, I always wanted to synchronize my watch.
Oh, we can do it tonight. Mine's satellite driven. I don't know about yours.
Yeah, I don't have one, so
even better.
Ayub knocks that one. It's, in the end, headed away. We've seen Ayub. I don't know that I've been impressed by his. I'll actually say it. I've been not impressed even a little bit by his distribution, but he's made 2 fantastic saves. And as a goalkeeper, that's what you're paid for.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you're paid to use your hands.
And he's done a great job down his left early to deny Landon Vange, which really could have turned the game on its head. We would have been able to see 2, 1826, 1. Nice work from a goalkeeper.
Good work by Volkman.
He's been having a good game despite maybe connecting with 10% of his passes. Pep Guardiola would hate him. Sam Allardyce, maybe into it.
Big Sam. Looks as if we didn't have any personnel changes. We had a little bit of a formation shift. Looks like the wingers for Minneapolis City, Judicus and Ryan Bechtel, switch sides.
And there's Bechtel on the ball.
That would be Judicus.
Sorry, Judicus on the ball.
I just said they switched sides, man.
It's tough to keep up.
Get it together, man.
Nice work. He's looking for Bain. Wins a corner kick. That's the first corner kick here in the 2nd minute of second half. Citizens doing a nice job of getting into this one, and this is kind of a tough one, John, and this is where the compact season can be a real challenge, where we've got the team traveling to Peoria, we got fans traveling to Peoria for tomorrow's game, but still here to support.
Wagner had a chance at it.
Just over him. Answer does a really nice job on Nor.
He single-handedly stopped a 4-on-1 counterattack. Really, really good job there from Jack Dancer.
And Dancer on a yellow, so he had to get everything about that right, which he did.
Step unmasked.
Right back to incensed. Incensed that that's an 18-26 throw-in.
One of these.
He was definitely doing the speak with your hands type of thing.
Great job by number 9.
Yeah, Mara, he's been good too. Yeah, the 18-26 attackers have just been really, really slippery. Danny King. Oh, just cheeky stuff. If I'm Volkman, I'm gonna hope nobody got that on video. Unfortunately, we did. Wagner taken down head-to-head with Abdi. He's holding his forehead. That looked accidental, but
still hurts.
Yeah.
I don't know why the 1826 players are yelling at the referee. It's kind of a universal, like, if you hit your head and you go down, you stop the game.
Especially these days, right? We just care about head injuries. Well, as we have this pause, let's say thanks to Stimulus Athletic. From the 10-year anniversary featherweather kit to the bolt from the black kit, Stimulus Athletic has helped Minneapolis City put fire on the backs of our players season after season. And they can do the same for your team, no matter the level, no matter the age group. Don't settle for average. Don't buy templates. Build your team's identity with Stimulus Athletic today.
It's like Wagner's up, give a thumbs up to the bench. He's going to have to come off for a brief moment.
You know, that's one of those things where I like that you've got to come off if you've been down for long enough because it keeps you from cheating, as my niece would say. Tricher, which I'm pretty sure is how you say it in French. She lives in Switzerland. But sometimes when it's clearly legit, like head-to-head, I kind of wish that they just let the players stay on. I know, that's just asking for people to take advantage of it, but I like to think that they would.
I can tell you this, Dan. I've been hitting the head quite a few times in my life. I never wanted to come off. So if you didn't tell me I had to, I wasn't doing it. And you can make all the, I can tell you.
Well, there are a lot of things I could have said. I didn't say any of them.
Yeah. Your face said it all. Wagner returns to play.
Well, and here we are at Edor Nelson Field, a smoky hot Edor Nelson Field. Super Cup semifinal. The Crows down by a goal.
Volkman did a really great job there. Judicus wins another corner kick.
Nice work from Abdi Sharif. He's been up against any number of attackers trying to get him on that the right side of the 1826 defense, and he hasn't set a foot wrong.
Maybe give Big Kurt this corner off. He's lumbering in there.
Of course, as I say that, he hasn't set a foot wrong, except Big Kurt, speaking of him, sneaked past him to slash in that city goal. So he set 1 foot wrong, maybe 2. Hard to tell.
Plant foot and then interjection foot.
Goes to Ayub. Ayub drops again. I challenge him. He has not shown great hands. He's shown great shot stopping. Not great hands, not great distribution. If I'm City, I'm going hard at him all game long. It's tough to be a goalkeeper because people are going to dissect your play in a way that they don't for field players.
Well, look what happened to Senny Laman for Belgium in the goal for.
Oh, ball for that's a City goal!
And the referee's giving it.
And you'll have to say Ramsey Oro had the last touch. Here we are in the 52nd minute. Nice little flick on. I gotta be honest, John. I think that was offside. The referee is conferring with the linesman. This one may come back.
The linesman pointed that it was a goal.
And now he's flagging offside. I gotta be honest, I think he's right. Interesting if Oro, even if he doesn't touch it, probably impacted play.
Oh yeah, he's way offside.
So we'll take that one back. That is not the equalizer in the end. City arguing, I don't know that you can argue. That was a couple yards there.
Citizens popped the smoke a little early there. Hope they got more.
This is kind of what VAR is like, and I got to tell you, I hated accepting that one. That was absolutely the right call. Alex Halser's arguing. I don't know what he's arguing about, John. But you got to do it sometimes.
We have the luxury of replay up here. We saw it. Oh, Dan.
You know, even if he doesn't touch it, though, I think you have a fair argument that he was impacting play. Right?
Can we go back to the other angle?
You know, does the goalkeeper make the move he does if Oro's not there?
Watch the other angle. When it's hit. Yeah, he step off.
Yeah. It was a little bit closer when it went off of the 1826 defender, but still at least half a yard.
I mean, great flick in by Volkman. Got up pretty high there.
I mean, if you flicked it, it may have actually gone off of Ahmed, but that part doesn't matter. Why are we even arguing about that?
Yeah, didn't go in. Volkman
There you go. Good flick off by Volkman.
Dang, calling problems.
Volkman, great battle. Oh, he doesn't get the throw in. Yeah, it's a tough one when you're a little bit in a scrum, but I'm with you. You know, refs do a hard job. Coming in from the angles, a lot happening. You know, on this side, the linesman is 30 yards away, and he can't come closer. It's not like he was out of position. So, yeah, I'll give him that much.
I'm gonna ask a quick question from our production staff here. Is there any chance we could go back and take a look at that goal again, or the non-call goal from that last angle?
Bechtel pulled back, and that's
See, I don't know if Toby touched it here. It hit the defender. So Uru was onside if it didn't hit the defender.
Well, really quickly, we got a 55-minute yellow card on Kelly Mara. I think this one, I'm with you. I think it went off the defender. I don't think that it hit Volkman.
Yeah.
I think Volkman missed it.
Goal. Got to thank Minneapolis City Sporting Director Casey Holm watching down in Illinois for spotting that, because our seasoned eyes didn't see it.
Seasoned is a good way to describe it. Oh, nice little flick on, headed, but all too easy for Ayub. That was a tough one as it came in for Nwemna. You got to do something, but it put him in an awkward position to really get anything on it.
I think this game is ripe for some substitution intervention, Dan.
I do too. I do want to say I just got a text, John, from my niece Charlotte, who heard me say triche, which I'm sure I pronounced perfectly. This is my niece who lives in Switzerland, a huge soccer fan. She's been following the World Cup big time. Switzerland, of course, unfairly, I'd say, got knocked out by Argentina. But big shout out to Charlotte. Happy you're watching.
Page finding his defender off, trying to cut back.
Oh, and he's taken down.
He's staying with it. Really good job of not taking the dive there when he did get pushed down. It doesn't mean that a foul did not occur.
Yeah, I don't love that from. If you don't let that happen, And the rest of the field, they don't let it happen in the penalty box. Well, it looks like, John, you're going to get your wish. We're going to have some Minneapolis City substitutions.
It looks like Elijah Fearing is coming on for Volkman. I wonder if there's going to be an adjustment. In shape, and it also looks as if Selbo came in. Who did Selbo come in for? Bechtel.
That's last year's Mr. Soccer, Ronan Selbo, 2 years ago, excuse me. Long throw. Ooh, big push in the back on Mast. I wish that more fouls were called on corner kicks or long throws. I know that they're probably 18 you can call on any one, but what a great goal scoring opportunity. Always just taken down by pushes, by grabs, by all this chicanery, not into it. But John, it does look like we're going to have Benj take that. He's going to be moving into perhaps that central attacking slot in this 3-4-3 that the city's playing with Morera and Fearing flanking him.
Bechtel did stay on. I got that wrong.
Nice work from Benj. Referee calls a foul. He calls it on Benj somehow. I'm gonna share Benj's not impressed look. Fearing with the win, finds Dancer, his Drake University teammate. Ooh, that's a giveaway. Uge just taken out, and we're gonna see a good attack, good save. Oh, and Curtis Wagner, nice work.
Job.
Looked like Bodie may have put that wide, but Wagner had to make sure. Excellent work from Big Kurt. So in case you're just joining us, one of the things that we've been saying all game long and we want to emphasize is tomorrow. It is the USL League 2 round of 32 playoffs. Your Minneapolis City Crows are in action in Peoria, Illinois against West Virginia United. Should they win that on Thursday, they'll play the winner of Peoria City and Chicago's Sueño FC in the round of 16. That means there are 20 City players and then assorted staff in Peoria tonight. Not us though, John. We are in smoky and hot Minneapolis watching this Minnesota Super Cup semifinal, but make sure you tune in 3 p.m. You can find it on Sports Engine Play.
Go ahead and follow all Minneapolis City socials. We'll probably put that link up, I assume.
Multiple times.
All the times.
So that's going to be brought back for a foul, which was as apparent as they get, I'd say, John. Even for our seasoned eyes.
City goes short.
And Oro gives that one away.
Just unlucky there, but bad giveaway. That's what has to be cleaned up, Dan. Especially with a half hour left in this one plus stoppage.
That's a tough part, right? Well, you will see the difference between a team that been playing a whole season together and a team that's been pulled together. So it's little things, but man, they matter. Morera put City under a ton of pressure, turned what was a good City attacking position into now 18-26 and take some time on the ball. They don't have to do anything with it. They just have to keep it. Just bleed that time off the clock. Benj almost gets Ahmed.
Still not over here for 18-26. They have to get this out. If I were them, I wouldn't mess around.
Or they might sit on another defender and pull an England. Good stuff to find Mohamed Abdi.
This game's opening up a little bit, Dan. Nice try by Bechtel.
Wagner just gets a foot in. Ooh, Carter Mass can't keep it. 18-26 on the attack.
He got kicked. That's why. I couldn't
Yeah,
get
I got to be honest. I would have maybe pulled that back for that or the one before, but 18-26 so quick to break.
Yeah. I mean, they've spent the lion's share of this half defending. So we talked about the sustained pressure offensively for them. It kind of doesn't matter if their tank is full because they haven't been really attacking in numbers and as quickly as they were in the second half or first half.
Well, that's where, you love to see a little bit more quickness from the Crows. That's where that cohesion really matters. It's hard to go quick if you don't necessarily know where everyone's going to be. And so their tank is full because they haven't been moved that fast. They're not chasing the ball. They're just staying they're staying deep, and it's working so far. Giveaway from Uge. Fast. Not a ton of other options, but that is a foul as he takes down Edor. So, John, I know if you're Coach Alex Hossner on the bench, you don't have the options that City fans are usually used to. What are you thinking about in terms of changes here as we get into really the last, call it 30 minutes-ish, depending on stoppage time. You have some time, but it goes fast.
I mean, for me, I think it's just a way of play. I think that there still has to be some connecting. I mean, it's just doing all the difficult things instead of the easy stuff. It's Bange and Fearing put some pressure on here. I think the right move was putting Bange up top because of his activity. I think that's number one. I think number two is you have to get control of the center part of the field. I think we had it in the early going after that first goal, but since then I think it's been all 18-26 in the center of the field.
John, I'm surprised we haven't seen Jacob Klein.
I think he's warming up, Dan.
Well, that makes sense. Just you want energy, you want activity, especially in this heat, this smoke. Well, okay. Well, the referee waves off the substitution, so we'll get that later from 18-26. Not your throw, bro. Sure is what he said. I can speak referee body language.
Going for a little jog with the guy now. I think it's number 22 who's coming off.
That'll be Suhib Noor. He had the yellow card in the 33rd minute, and he's going to be replaced by a guy who we've got to find out who it is because his number is on the list, John.
Could be Bakar Mohammed, who we don't have a number for.
It could be.
We're just going to say it is.
Yeah, with bated breath, if you're watching at home.
Fearing trying to turn.
The defense from Kelly Mora all the way across the field with both Fearing and then Ryan Bechtel. And nice header. Good touch shot. Save, Ahmed. That was lovely stuff from Liam Herrera.
We talked about his strength and his shot stopping, and you see it again right there.
He got both hands to that. Nice clear punch. Got it out of the danger zone. It was good defending. And that was an 18.5 yards out. That had to been hit at pace.
Look at Mass there. Look at Big Kurt.
Driving forward. Keep it going. Finds Benj. Benj turns. Shoot.
Oh, great block.
Great
Still
block down by Sharif.
Still not out of danger here yet for 18-26.
Oro under pressure. He drives forward. Yeah, he's just going to flick that a little too far to Ahmed. Great work from both Wagner and then Benj.
Good shield play there by Dancer.
And to answer with that yellow card in the second minute, which felt harsh, and particularly as you've seen how this game went, it just feels harsher and harsher as that game goes on. But perhaps that had to set the tone early. I don't know. Not a ref. Just an answer.
Step by Fearing.
Fearing taken down. You know, John, despite what people think, it doesn't matter if you got the ball.
It's too far to shoot, especially with the shot stopping presence of Ahmed, or Ayub, excuse me.
I mean, I think you're right. I think you want to be smart about this. There's more than enough time still.
It only takes one to get back into this game. And the ball's been on this half the whole entire time.
It's not going down on the ground. That's going to win a corner. Cheeky.
Probably best case scenario there to move the chains.
Cheeky.
If you're in Uptown looking for something to do, the Bryant Lake Bowl is your spot. There's a legendary cheap date night every Monday, Tuesday bingo at 8 p.m. or Trivia Mafia on Wednesdays. And breakfast served 9 to 3 every day to help you recover. This corner comes in here.
Ooh,
big
headed down
opportunity.
and over.
Big opportunity to get a second one for Curtis Wagner. Or you can throw some rocks at their vintage bowling alley where you still keep score the old school way, by hand on paper. Swing by the Bryant Lake Bowl tonight. Have you ever kept score by hand, Dan?
I have actually at Bryant Lake Bowl, but I needed the directions. Yeah, you know, maybe a foul, I guess.
I think he did get fouled. He got pulled back. Baines kind of grabbed him as he ran by. In the first half, that's a yellow card, Dan.
I just want predictability. You get tracked down. Still so much energy from Muhammad Abdi.
How was that?
I mean, where was the linesman there?
Oh, he called it the other way. He called.
Good. If I speak.
That was an interesting one.
And then that long throw, you have your foot up and no one's paying attention to that, except for me, John.
Yeah,
that's a bad throw.
No,
that's a really bad throw.
I saw it too.
Can't do that.
I saw it too. I saw 3 foul throws in the World Cup, and I was like, come on, guys.
Yeah, look, it may be because you've been coaching U10s, and I've got one too that I'm paying attention to, but you got to just do the basics, right?
Yeah, I mean, just stand there and throw it towards away from your goal. That's all you got to do.
Keep your feet down. Oh, great ball. In the end, I think he got a little bit lost, and I would have chosen differently there if I was Mohamed Rasal, but easy for me to say. So here we are, John, 20 minutes plus injury time left. 1826 Academy 2, Minneapolis City 1. This is a pure knockout game, so you lose, you're out. Nice from Elijah Fearing. He gets the 1-2 back.
He's been active since he came on, Dan.
Fearing finds Benj. Good touch. Back to lacrosse.
Dangerous ball.
Really dangerous ball just past Fearing. Even a little bit of a touch would have sent that in. But I think it's that kind of decisiveness we've been talking about, John. Just love to see from Fearing. Got by Broadway.
Kind of unlucky there. Trying to go through 2. It's a great ball. Bodie out from his net.
Needs to get back in. Good job from Dancer to block that shot from Abdi. Didn't love that from Bodie. I felt like Oro had it covered, but it works out in the end. Got an 18-26 player down and we're time wasting, and we've got an 18-26 corner.
Throw. The referee's telling him to hurry up and then pointing to his watch, which is the universal referee sign for.
It looks like it will be a throw. It was set up in the corner circle, but not taken
told the guy to take the corner fast, or throw in fast, yet he's just continuing to sit on it.
That was a little bit unfortunate there for Herrera. And I think that's been the difference today, right? Just like a slight lack of sharpness
Yep.
from City. We've seen it enough from 1826. I don't know that either team's going to want to see the
What a move.
great move right across the
Good
goal.
shot. Wagner's there.
Edor Nelson bounce if I've ever seen one.
And Sebel did a really good job to save the corner kick there. That one was kind of a tricky one from the jump.
But not far enough. Elijah fearing a ton of energy.
Yeah. Since he's come on, it's kind of changed the City attack. Ainge is going to try to hunt this one down.
He's only got 3 defenders on it.
He comes up with it.
Oh, he's just pulled down.
At some point, the persistent fouling needs to be addressed, Dan.
Yeah, look, if in the second minute you're going to address a mid-sized foul, I might
Here
too
he takes
quick.
a quick one. But
I
big
might
throw
address
opportunity.
this pretty quickly. City looking for substitution here. Looks like they'll wait for after this long throw opportunity. Fired in, headed away, but out for a corner. Okay, not a corner.
Interesting on that one. A lot of interesting parts to the second half, Dan. I think it's been an overall entertaining game. Currently, it's 2-1, 1826 over Minneapolis City in the semifinals of the Minnesota Super Cup here. Minneapolis City looking for some answers potentially. It only takes one to send this one into free soccer, Dan.
You know, they've been close but not quite sharp. A lot of good energy by those subs. I thought those were smart subs by Futures coach Alec Hostler. Mowbray cuts that ball out looking for Ryan Bechtel. Dancer well read, but he's taken down by Morrow.
I think he got the ball.
Yep, good win. Morrow driving forward. What a save by Bodie! Bodie just stuffs Sharif.
Really
He's
good
offside
save.
anyway, but
Really,
what a
really good
save.
I mean, that's quite it's the chess match, right, Dan? I mean, you're a goalkeeper, former goalkeeper. Talk us through the difficulty of that type of play.
He got his angles right, and he was out so quick. The issue, though, he gets anything wrong, and that's a penalty, or all too easy for someone to skip around him. Love how he read that. You know, Bodie, young goalkeeper, but impressive how he's been really managing his box, despite going once on walkabout around the 30-yard line.
I don't have a number 30.
Well, it looks like we're going to see Jacob Klein come in, which
Okay, so I got it covered here. So Jacob Klein comes in and replaces Yuge, number 38, and number 68 Malachi Anya replaces number 43 Ramsey Uru.
So with 15 minutes left, plus injury time, City going on the attack. Nice work there.
See if Dan's can serve one in here.
Dancer looks across for Fearing. Fearing just can't quite do much with it. Actually, chests it back to, in the end,
It looks like
Ayub Ahmed.
Uru replaced Benj up top.
Nice work from Klein using his body there. It was a first half yellow card on Klein, but Abdi walks away with nothing. have an 1826 substitution.
Hopefully the numbers are correct.
I'm going to go with
What we got going on here? Hydration break.
Well, we're all out of ads, John, so here we are on our very hot, very smoky, very trafficy Wednesday in Minneapolis. You struggled in the traffic for a while. They made it. Appreciate that. We appreciate all the Crows fans that did, and all the Crows fans on their way to Peoria. Just another reminder, tomorrow, 3 p.m., Minneapolis City is kicking off against West Virginia United in the round of 32 USL League 2 playoffs. We got 20 players there, a bunch of staff. We got fans on the way. It's going to be a big one.
The shot. That's hydration. Fans need it too.
You spend your whole time banging a drum and singing?
Yeah, waving a flag. It's tough work, man.
I wouldn't know. I spent my time up here with you.
I'm fully hydrated, Dan.
Players are coming back on. Crows need a goal.
Call this the hydration cam? Is that what we're calling this?
Crows need a goal to stay in the tournament. Winner goes on to the final. Can I tell you when it is? No.
I have no idea when it is.
Can I tell you who it's against? Yes, St. Paul Blackhawks. They beat Minnesota Blizzard 5-1. But that's all I can tell you. So we'll find out more from the Super Cup team. And watch our social media and our website for some updates. Should Minneapolis City make it that far, if you are an 1826 fan, do the same for 1826.
Heading over to Minneapolis City socials.
Yes.
Please.
Hey, maybe buy a season ticket.
Smash that like button. More substitutions coming. There's a whole lot going on over here.
The referee pointed his watch saying that he is going to add that
I mean, at this
to
point,
injury time. We'll see.
at this point, first half stoppage was 5 minutes. You'd have to believe it's more than that, I'm guessing.
I'll tell you the thing I love most about the World Cups. Of all of the things, John, is that referees take added time seriously, and you get 10, 12-minute added times. I am here for it. Don't time waste, bro. Let's play this game.
Speaking of time wasting,
Yeah, I got to be honest. I would give him a yellow card right now if I were the referee. Don't time waste, bro. I just said it out loud.
aren't you watching?
Substitution on the field for the visitors, replacing number 6.
Bechtel can't get past Sharif.
It just transitioned so quickly, Dan.
The answer, good win. Just smacked away there by whoever number 33 is. We haven't got the numbers yet, but we'll get them soon, I'm sure. Call him substitute.
Number 33.
Great flick by Fearing into Uru.
Back on the ball, working on Ahmed. That is out of bounds. Linesman had called that too.
Uru playing the bookends today.
Yeah, you don't see that very often.
Center
going-
back to center striker.
Although, you know, you saw England do that with Big Dan Byrne. That's hacked away into the frontage road. Not on 994, which is good. That's a safety hazard. At 9 minutes plus injury time left. City need a goal.
Dancer unlucky to get a foot on that one.
The win by Bechtel.
Punches it into the middle. Luckily, Selbo was on it.
Selbo's touch lets him down, and City give that ball away.
Get a lot of this, Dan. A lot of clearing of lines.
Earring held up. Yeah, I would have called that one too on whoever number 47 is, because his name's not in the pregame sheet we've got. But to see Fearing pull back like that.
So what happens if you're not on the official roster as a right number?
That's a Minnesota Super Cup admin question, John.
If you're interested in more information on the Minnesota Super Cup, you can go to mnsupercup.com.
Love it. Love the way you roll. You stopped me from suggesting what I thought should have happened. That's overcooked there from Herrera. Herrera's been a little hit or miss today. You can see a lot of promise in the player.
Referee loudly blowing his whistle, trying to get play restarted.
Klein undercut by Avdi. City regained possession.
Play there. Why?
And Herrera, that's the thing. You can. Oh! Wow.
You're saying play on.
It's one of those, getting the ball doesn't matter, I would have called, but
Dancer with really good 1v1 defending right there.
and Fearing is back up.
$18-26 has been sharp today, Dan. It's going to take a miscue here at the end of this half.
Well, that's one of those things where, the unfortunate part about the Super Cup is around the timing, right? So UPSL is done. They've been done for weeks.
Yep.
They're in the national playoffs round of 16, and that means, given that they have these divisional playoffs, 18-26 has been off for 3 weeks.
Yep.
Minneapolis City, however, in the thick of it. Look, it's a short season. There's only so much you can do. I'm not trying to complain about the scheduling. I just think, this is like when you look at, when you wonder why MLS teams struggle sometimes early when they're in CONCACAF Champions League. They haven't played together enough yet. We're seeing this right now, right? It's just haven't had the opportunity to really play together.
It's a good idea by Carter Mast. He's going to have to start to think about getting forward.
Sash lets him down and then gets nutmegged. It's going to be pulled back for Klein's earlier foul there on Hakeem Ismail.
Going to be all the shenanigans here to end this half, Dan.
There will. That one, though, seemed like it was a little bit of a foul out of frustration. No one likes getting nutmegged. It's a dollar fine.
It goes to the team.
So the time ticking down for the Crows. If they lose this one, they're out of the Super Cup. 18-26 moves on, play St. Paul Blackhawks in the final. The Crows are the holders.
That's a foul.
Again, like we talked about, City with 20 players in Peoria for tomorrow's USL League 2 playoffs game.
Oh, the idea was right there for Fearing. Good job by Mast.
Unlucky for Dancer, loses that ball.
He did everything right.
That goal is open wide left, but they go to Oro. Hacked away in the end. Really good last-ditch defending by whoever you are. And we've got a 18-26 player down. I'm sure it's serious.
We have a City player in 44, Mahmoud Maldonado, but I don't know who he came on for. Or he's coming on for. He's coming on for quartermast.
We've got a double change by 1826. We see number 14, Mohammed Mursal, coming off for someone whose number I'm sure we don't have, John.
Carter Mast had a good day today, Dan.
He did.
Really looking forward to seeing what his future holds.
Oh man, you know, the high school kid from Maple Grove did not look out of place, did he?
Call it a Curtis Wagner equalizer here.
Actually, you just love to see it.
I mean, he's won every aerial duel he's had.
It's time to find his big head.
He's already got a goal. Let's go feel it, Kurt.
Long, headed back. Ayub was able to pick that one up. Selbo looking for that near post there. Got over his man.
The ball's a little overcooked. There was plenty of black shirts in and around the 6-yard box there. That one just went over top of all of them.
Ayub smashes out of bounds again. The reason he's not playing in midfield, John. Good drive forward on Maldonado. Bodie does a really good job. Foot
Kick
save.
Kick save, yeah.
We're almost into injury time here, John. City just doesn't. They don't look like they've got it.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes it's not your day. Sometimes it rains. Sometimes the smoke comes from Canada.
Oh, knocked off the underside of the bar. Lovely full volley. And that's what we were talking about at halftime. Their ability to take half chances and turn them into something meaningful. I've been impressed by it. Oro uses his strength. Nutmegs Beaupre. Fearing can't quite get that ball across. Look who's up there, though.
The idea is right.
Big Kurt.
I mean, why
Get
not?
the nosebleed.
Lump some balls up there, Big Kurt.
Look at that, off the underside of the crossbar.
Just seems like the bounces, everything is.
And they haven't gone the right way. That's going to be a foul here, 30 yards out from goal. This is a dangerous position, but John, I think you're right. The bounces just haven't gone City's way.
And sometimes that happens. I mean, soccer's a gift, but sometimes it totally sucks.
Yeah, it's a gift to someone else.
It was a white elephant. Man, it is hazy out.
Let's just hope it's not like this in Peoria tomorrow.
I don't think it's going to make it there.
I think Peoria is pretty south in Illinois. I looked it up on a map. I'm not going to pretend I knew exactly where it was.
10 black shirts waiting for this opportunity. Lifted in.
Oh, that's unlucky. Dancer just got in front of, gosh, I don't know. I feel like Anya could have gotten there, John. Been in a better position. Klein asking for the ball.
No ball kids.
Just a few ball kids. Sure didn't make that one easy. City's just made it tough on themselves. Little things like that, and I think that's what we talked about. If you don't know your teammates.
Going handball. Minimum 8 minutes, Dan.
To be honest, it's been ticky-tack when I don't know that it was called for to be ticky-tack.
8 minutes of stoppage at a minimum.
So that's it. 8 minutes left as the holders of the Super Cup going over the top. Read by Wagner, but
Oops.
yeah, that touch made it not that big of a deal in the end. Like I said, I don't know either team's going to want to see the footage of this, except for Chris Wagner for his goal. That was a beauty.
Yeah, he's gonna clip that one for the gram. Bechtel with a long throw here.
Wagner pushes out.
Ball went through everyone. Wagner doing everything he can to keep that one in.
Beaupre gets there. Good step from Beaupre.
I mean, it's a game of the bounces.
Good stuff from Dancer.
That is Malachi Anya, Dan.
Was it number 12, Jack Dancer?
Maybe I'm wrong.
Chris Wagner bundled over.
Another opportunity. That was.
Here we are, 26 yards.
You're right. That was Dancer.
Out.
Stand corrected.
Should be.
I get things wrong sometimes. Sponsor reads. USL2 copyright reads.
Well, we got about 6 minutes left. The referee, of course, has the official time.
Pronunciations.
Pronunciations.
Apparently.
Nice if we got a pronunciation guide. I feel like the pros have it a little bit easier, not gonna lie. Standing over at number 52, Liam Morera.
I think this one's a
This would be a time to hit it.
I think it's a cheeky chip. There's a lot of big bodies in there. Like, it's going to be tough to put this one in, but it's a little bit easier to find maybe a streaking runner. But he
Goes for
hits
the
one.
shot. Save for Ahmed. Save again. I think you're right. Ahmed has been so. Now he falls down. This is one where I would actually book you for this. This is silly stuff. But
That's
good
great.
save. This is what
Great
his
save.
third or fourth great save where he's gone at stretch. Strong hands, palming it away. Look, Pep Guardiola would hate that he completed 1 of 40 passes, but you can't fault his saves.
Selbo wins a tackle. About 5 minutes left. You have to believe that the ref will be a little bit lenient on that 8th minute.
You never know. Kind of a black box when it comes to time. Klein gives that ball away. Selbo's there, but he gives it away.
Fearing doing a great job of.
Fearing's gonna get booked here.
I think it's smart.
I do too. we had an offside flag anyway. The question's gonna be what happened first. Referee's gonna say it's Fearing. John, I don't know.
I mean, he had his hands all over him before he passed the ball. I'll give that one to the ref on this one. But smart idea. I mean, he looked up and saw a lot of blue shirts in some pretty dangerous opportunities.
Yeah. Smash out to the corner by Sharif. A nice job by Selbo to keep that one out.
Got to get forward time here for Minneapolis City.
Gotta find your own team there as City just aren't quite able. Well, there we go. Let's see, you're able to win that. They look for
Big Kurt calling for it.
just overcooked for him and for Fearing as time ticks away. 3 minutes-ish. And 1826 are going to take their time.
I like how he blows the whistle. Get things moving. Wagner with a good flick on.
Back to Wagner. Sorry, back to Fearing. Oh, and it's just behind, but we've got, sorry, Fearing down. Who am I even talking about, John?
Yellow card's coming for somebody.
And that's going to go to number 47. Whoever number 47 is, would have been great to get that.
We're just going to give it to...
We'll give it to Yaye Shimon. We got some more contretemps.
If I'm the referee, I'm not letting the players...
Look, I gave a 2-minute yellow card. I'm yellow carding right now.
I'm not letting players touch me.
But yellow cards.
Yeah.
You do it in the 2nd minute, you say you're serious, and you stop? No,
Yep.
no.
Keep throwing them out, yeah.
I'm just going to spray that cheese.
Some craft singles around.
Yeah, they can't cost that much. Long throw, good lead, headed away. Herrera flick up too much on it in the end. And I think that's kind of that's just the story for City this game, John. Just a little bit too much,
Yeah,
just a little bit of a loose touch. Didn't quite come together.
Some bad bounces. Not to take anything away from 1826.
No, they did a great job. This is a good team. Sabo knocked down hard. That, John, to me, that's a yellow, and that would be his second, but I want to see a little bit more bravery.
Yeah,
brave in minute 2, not brave the rest of the game. I'd be frustrated.
Yeah.
Be number 47, whoever you are. Probably Yaye.
Who's the other one? Mohammed Abdi, I think he got out of there real fast. Usually an indicator of
Guilt.
Yeah, guilt.
Herrera, Ayub, good grab. Way to
Yep.
dominate your box. Good goalkeeping. I hate to see it, but if you're a fan of goalkeeping, you're into it.
Klein wins the header. Gets it to Dancer.
Answer gives that one away. Abdi, nice ball forward. That's probably going to stay in there from where number 17 is. And nice work from 1826. You know, when they've had the opportunity to kill this game, they have.
Good. I mean, the little things that you need to do to kill out a game. You know?
I mean, this is one of those where, hey, if you look at the stats, City's dominated possession. Way more shots. They forced Ayub into way more saves, way better saves. But all that matters is the goals. They've been lethal in front of goals. They've deserved every single one.
Definitely finished their chances.
Probably City's last attack. This is a yellow card right there.
Cody hits it.
I mean, this is where I got to be a little bit frustrated. All too often, I think you do see referees who come here and they're not ready for the crowd.
Maybe. I mean, it looks like a little bit like that today, Dan. If you're talking about the rules of the game, you're not allowed to run in front of a goalkeeper trying to distribute the ball.
Well, this has got to be about it. And, you know, with this one, I expect 1826 move on. And, you know, a valiant effort from this kind of cobbled together Minneapolis City side.
We got foul there on. The referee calls it.
Yeah, one of those games, John, where, you know, you look at 1826, took their chances. 2-1 win, and that's going to be it for Minneapolis City. But I just say for fans, as we wrap this one, no need to say much more about it, because we got 20 players and all of our staff in Peoria, Illinois, John, for the USL League 2 playoffs round of 32 tomorrow. It's going to be Minneapolis City, the real Let's Go playoffs. Minneapolis City playing against West Virginia United, 3 p.m. in the round of 32. If they win, better make sure you're around Saturday, 7 p.m.
Absolutely.
For the winner of Peoria versus Swain UFC. Thanks for being with us.
All I'll say is good luck to St. Paul Blackhawks and 1826 in the Super Cup final. You want to check out where that is? mnsupercup.com. Once again, I'm John Bisworm. That's Dan Hudeman. Thanks for being with us.